Hey guys, I wanted to go over the next part of your probability unit. This should be our last week on probability. I know that most of you are not enjoying it. Unfortunately, probability is a really hard unit. I know that. It would have been hard if we were in class together, so I know it is extra hard being at home. Just bear with me, guys. We are almost through it. This will be our last week of probability, and then we'll move on to new stuff. Just keep going. As if you do poorly on something, remember I can reset it and you can take it again. That is okay. Say we're going to get through this. But your last three pieces of the unit, you have the one on independent events. So this is just telling me if it is independent or not. You also have counting techniques. This one should actually be pretty easy for you guys because we've already done it. The counting techniques one is just permutations and combinations. We've already gone over that in class, so this one you should do pretty well on. I noticed quite a few of you are actually exempt from the pretest, so that's great. And then the last thing is conditional probability, so I'm going to go over that as well. I do want you guys to omit the unit activity. You do not have to do that. But you do have to do the post-test. If you do poorly on the post-test, I can reset it, just so you know. Just like I said, keep going through it. We're going to get there. But I do want to talk about these three different things. So remember, independent events. Is when one does not affect another. There is a formula for this. It's the probability of event A given event B should equal the probability of event A. Notice the first letter here should match the first letter here. This just means if we know an event has occurred, for instance, you drew a card, but then you put it back, the chance of drawing another card is not affected by B. So whatever happened here does not matter because it doesn't affect, that's independent. Now, if whatever happened during B, if you drew a card and did not put it back, yes, event A is dependent on what happened here. Whatever card was drawn, you obviously can't draw it again because it didn't get replaced. So just be mindful here that this is your formula for doing those. Just deciding if they're independent or not kind of depends on if it got put back. For your conditional probability one, the formula for this, I always call it both over given. But the official way is the probability of A and B over the probability of A. So if I know that A happened, it'd be the probability of A and B happening. But I call it both over given. So both A and B over A. So the way this would look, I'll do an example. Let's just say the probability that it's going to rain today is, we'll go 60%. Okay. And the probability that I have to go to the store today is 25%. And the probability that it rains and I have to go to the store is 15%. Okay, so I need to find the probability that I go to the store given that it rains. Okay, this bar here means given. Okay, remember, it is both over given. So the second part is always what's given. So given it rains, rain up here is 60%, so 0.60. The probability I go to the store and it rains. Well, store and rains is 0.15. When I divide those, I get a 25% chance. So what that basically is saying is, given it rains today, what's the chance I'm still going to have to go to the store? There's a 25% chance. So anytime you're doing conditional probability, just remember it is both over given. The probability of both events happening over whatever they said already happened. And then the last piece, we've already talked about it in class, but I'll go over it one more time just as a refresher. Permutations are picky. What that means is order matters. Okay, when order matters, this is when you're doing first place, second place, third place, when you're doing president, vice president, treasurer, things like that. If you're putting something in order, it is a permutation. Distinct permutation. Oops. I should spell it correctly. This is when something repeats. Okay, the example we did in class was Mississippi. Okay, so when the letters repeat, I have to do that. Your formula for permutation, remember, is in PRs in your calculator. This one is your total number of letters factorial over the repeats factorial. Okay, and then the last thing you have was combination. Remember, combinations are chill, and what that means is order does not matter. In the calculator, that was in CR. So these things are stuff we have already done in class, so I'm sure you guys can pass that one really easily. The other two you have to do are independent events, which has this formula, and conditional, which has this one. If you do poorly, guys, I will reset it. You can keep doing it until you do well. So please try not to stress over this too much. Okay, I know you guys can do it. If you have any questions, please, again, feel free to email me. I have no problem emailing you guys back. Or if anything else is going on, just please let me know. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later.